darkness continues.
Them old mama.
Think about this.
When I say the things that I say concerning your old black ass mom, I'm not telling you this to make you not love your mom anymore, not respect your mom anymore, not care about your mom, and possibly defend your mom anymore. But I say this so you can see who mom really is. Now, a lot of us know that our old mamas are fucked up people. I mean, they're just fucked up people, a lot of them. They're messed up people. They have fucked up personalities. They're very disrespectful and dishonorable. And oftentimes we look at young folks and we say, oh, these young folks are so disrespectful. All these young folks are so lazy. They're so dishonorable. They're so lost in the clouds and all this kind of stuff. Where you think they're getting it from, man? Like I always say, man, geese raise geese, ducks raise ducks, swans raise swans. It's impossible for your mom, who are they mimicking, to be this disrespectful, dishonorable person and teach you honor and respect. How can she be a person without integrity or morals but teach you integrity and morals? It's like a Chinese man trying to teach a French speaking man Spanish. It's not going to happen. So every time you think about the shit that you've done, when you reflect on yourself and you look at yourself in the mirror, if you think back hard enough, whatever's going on with you, it can be traced back to your old mama. Yeah, it can be traced back to your old mama. You know why? Because, see, your mama ingrained that shit in you. She taught you that shit. She bred it in you by the shit she did to you, the shit she wouldn't do for you, the shit that she allowed to happen to you. We don't like to talk about this stuff, all right? I do. I like to talk about it because, see, I'm a true believer that reality will heal black folks. Not fantasy, not dreams, not pathology, not wearing red, black, and green every day, not going to the fucking ancient Egyptian monument. No, that's not the shit that's going to heal black people. What's going to heal black people is reality. And the beginning of reality starts with the beginning of you. And where does the beginning of you start? Usually with your black ass mama. Let you know how bad moms have fucked us up. When mom tells you you're the man of the house, you know what she's telling you? She's telling you you're the husband, you're the provider, you're all of that. Two things you cannot be, especially when you're fucking nine. You can't be a husband. You damn sure can't be a provider because you're fucking 9. But she will tell you that you are the man of the house. Why? Because, see, psychologically, she knows you as the son. She knows that you are the one male, you're the one swinging dick that she can control. And God forbid if she has a few of you. She has a few sons. She can control all of you. She'll have you out there selling drugs. She'll have you out there working your ass off, giving all your money to her, even though you're only 14, while she chases men, while she gets high, while she drinks, while she goes out. Now, mind you, I'm not saying all mothers are like this, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the ones that are. Because, see, these people are the people who are sending the people out in the world who are knocking old ladies in the head at the train station, shooting up the fucking place, robbing liquor stores, stealing cars. These are the people. These are the people who are bringing forth the utter madness in our society. And I know people will get mad at me for saying that. I know they will. I know they'll get mad at me for saying that. But see, what y'all gotta understand is this. 9 times out of 10, man, when you see a dude, I'll give y'all some numbers and y'all can go look them up for yourself, okay? And after you look them up, get in contact with me. You can get on my email. My email is right on this YouTube page. I want you to email me and I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. 60 to 70% of rapists that are in prison today didn't have a father. 60 to 70% of people doing life in prison didn't have a father. 60 to 70% of people who are convicted of murder, violent crimes, and assaults, and they didn't have a father. Now, that may just be coincidence. It may just be white supremacy. But all of us know it's not. We know it's not. We know that a lot of that shit came from these people. Old black ass mo, black ass mo, black. That's just a fact. Why? Because see, like we talked about a couple nights ago on last week's stream, mom dictates who you are. When you're a kid, especially when you don't have a father, you don't have any control over who you are. You don't have any control over what you become. You don't have any control over whether or not you eat. You don't have control over where you live. You don't have any control over how you live. All of that is because of her. She's responsible for all of that. And I often talk about resentment. And a lot of us, we walk around with this resentment. Why? Because we resent all the shit that happened to us while we was living with our black ass mama. Now, people love mom. You know, mom's the golden calf. Mom can do no wrong. Everything mom says is the gospel. But I beg to differ. Because like I said last week, mama ain't always right. Some of these mamas is dead ass wrong. They're dead ass wrong with how they treat their children. They're dead ass wrong with what they allow to happen to their children. And a lot of them, they dead ass wrong for having the children in the first place. Because I'm a true believer that a lot of these women who had these kids, they didn't even want them. They didn't even want them. They didn't want these kids, man. They just went out there and fucked. And fucking had the baby, and now the baby's here. They're gonna collect the check, and that's it. All right. So that in itself is wrong, to bring forth a life in an irresponsible manner and then treat the child irresponsibly. Okay, that's wrong. Because let us be clear, man.
Think about this.
Once you have a child, right, and you bring a child forth. Now, mind you, I'm not letting irresponsible brothers off the hook. You know, the brothers who climb up on these women, they climb on top of these women, squirt a baby in them, and bounce. I'm not letting them off the hook. But as a woman, once you come to the realization, and I spoke about this before, once you come to the realization that this dude don't want to be bothered with the kid, or he dead, or he on crack, or he live on the other side of the world, whatever the case may be, once you have come to the realization of that, the onus is now on you, because 9 times out of 10, man, when you and a guy mess around and screw, and you find yourself pregnant, and he don't want your ass no more, it's a 99% chance that you're going to get stuck with the kid or the kids. If you one of them old mamas who just sling their old pussy around, you're going to be stuck with the kids. So having that in mind, you would think that a lot of these women would have more focus on these children, okay? That they would grow up some when they had these children, that they would change their lives when they had these children, because men that are in children's lives do that. If a brother knocks a woman up, okay, and he wants to be in that kid's life, he wants that child, he will change. I mean, he will get a job, he will get his shit together, he will change how he operates, he will change the shit he do, he will change the way he live for the sake of that child. He'll do that. He'll do that. But a lot of times when these women have these children, they don't change the way they live. They don't change the way they act. They don't change the way they conduct business, man. A lot of them, they have these children and they want to act like they don't. They want to still be in the club. They want to still hang out. They want to still chase other penises and get another child up in their gut. So, I mean, when you have a bunch of people like this raising children, people who are irresponsible, people who didn't want the children, people who neglect the children, beat the children, deny and ignore the children being raped and molested by the freaking dudes they drag in and out of the house. When you have these people raising children, are we surprised? Are we surprised that we have the utter chaos in some of the geographical locations in black society? Are we really surprised at that? How can we be surprised when we have people who not only don't want the kids, but will treat the kids worse than they would treat an animal? Okay? I have a freaking dog. That dog don't go a day without eating. Okay? He doesn't go a day without eating. So, what kind of mother puts a child in a predicament where they can't eat? What kind of mother puts a child in a predicament where the child don't have decent clothes? The child can't goddamn go to school half the time. The child is goddamn head nappy, face crusty, clothes dirty, sneakers holy. You would think that the only job that some of these mothers have is just having the kid with them, because you always hear them say, well, oh, you know, the man need to get up and provide. But if the man ain't there, who the hell is supposed to provide now? Are you supposed to just sit back and freaking lay down on that freaking excuse while the kids eat freaking roaches? The goddamn hair ain't been cut or combed in 2 weeks. The damn clothes is filthy, look like they've been rolling around and goddamn rolling around in a desert with the clothes on. They goddamn toes and shit hanging out their shoes. The bottom of their feet look like a goddamn sole of a damn Adidas. I mean, why would you allow that? Why would you not get out there, bump, grind, rob, steal? I mean, they get out there and rob and steal hair and shoes and dresses and shit. Why not get out there and steal food? Why not get out there and steal clothes for the kids, milk for the kids, steal a shopping cart full of cereal and meat and bread? Why not do that? You understand where I'm coming from? You understand? And unfortunately, A lot of us have grown up like that. We grew up with an old mama, okay, who didn't give a shit about us, all right? All she cared about was her hair. All she cared about was her shoes. All she cared about is what she looked like and the niggas she fucked. Every other damn year, she walking around with another one of us in her damn gut. Right? Another one of us to neglect. And she act like she didn't care. Nonchalant. And we wonder why these people don't end up married. We wonder why these people end up old, alone, with cats and plants. We wonder why. And the reason is this, is because throughout their whole life, they spent their whole life not giving a shit about anything or anybody, including their goddamn children. I was down at the hospital today, right? And I was in there and I was sitting down in the cafe. You know, I had gave somebody a ride to their doctor's appointment and I was waiting on them, right? And I was sitting down in the cafe, you know, drinking coffee and shit, just sitting there. And, you know, where I went, I was at Novant medical complex. I mean, it's a huge freaking medical complex. I mean, it's a gigantic place. And I'm sitting there in the cafe and I'm watching people come in there. And I saw a lot of older black guys, you know, guys maybe in their 60s, 70s, and 80s or whatever, you know, and they were coming in there on canes and wheelchairs, you know, I guess going to their doctor's appointment. And every one of those guys, I must have seen, I don't know, maybe 20 old fellas, you know, old G's. And every single one of them except two had like a younger guy, you know, like pushed them in their wheelchair, maybe possibly their son, younger girl, you know, like walking with them with their cane, possibly their daughter, shit, maybe their girlfriend, I don't know. But every one of those old fellas had somebody helping them, you know, get along, you know, to their appointments. Now, I also saw a bunch of women coming in there, same age, 60s, 70s, 80s. Every single one of those old black ass women were alone, rolling their own wheelchair, barely getting in there with their damn cane. And now you know them old black ass women, okay? I seen about 15, 20 of them too. You know some of them is somebody mama. If not all of them, it's somebody mama. But they don't have no one to help them get along into the goddamn doctor's appointment. No one to push them in their goddamn wheelchair. Nothing. And some of them old women, as I was sitting there, you know, they're staring at you. You ever see those old women who still got that old hoe flicker in their eye? They like 70 years old, but they still have that old hoe. You know that hoe look. They have that whole twinkle in their eye. They still got that old hoe twinkle in their eye, but they're like 75. A couple of them had that in their eye as they was looking. Okay? The only thing now is, you know, they're too old to sling that old pussy. You know, because that old pussy can barely piss now, let alone do anything else. But you know they somebody's mama. But the damn kids won't even bring them to the hospital. Ain't no goddamn man there to help them push their wheelchair. None of that shit. Why? Because of how they were when they were fucking young. When they were fucking younger. That's why. That's why they grow old, alone, with cats and plants and a bunch of jars with shit in it. It's because of that, man. It's because of that. And your old mama, and I know some of y'all can relate to this, your old mama, you don't even want to be bothered with her half the time. She's the same way she was when she was younger. Except now she too old to hoe. So she spent all her fucking time trying to make your life miserable. Trying to make other people's lives miserable. Especially if she didn't grow old with your father. She definitely tries to make motherfuckers miserable. Only difference now is her ass old. She old and she's sanctified and she holy and she's sanctimonious and she married to Jesus now because see she couldn't marry anybody else. You know, she couldn't marry a real person, you know, that's down on this earth. She couldn't marry none of those people who she had all those babies by. No, she couldn't do that. So now she's married to Jesus. You understand? And this is the reason why. Why? Your old mama. The way she treated you, the way she treated your brothers, the way she treated your sisters, that shit comes back to haunt her. It's come back to haunt her, man. That's why her ass gonna grow old alone. And the crazy thing is a lot of them start growing old alone. Not when they 50, 60, 70. A lot of them start growing old alone when they 40, 45. Because see, once they get to be that age, their asses become invisible to men. Okay? Invisible. Because you know, the fucking titties droop, the ass sags, the crow's feet start to come in. The bitch weigh 300 pounds. So now she's just invisible to men. Now though, now that she got 7 of y'all, okay, she's 35 and she got 7 of y'all. Now she talks about her husband. Now she goes to church and says she gonna pray for her husband. God gonna send me a husband. No, what God should have been sending your ass was some birth control, mom. Now she talks about her husband. Now that she got a bunch of goddamn kids by 6 or 7 different people who dared not marry her. But now she seems to think that now that she got all these goddamn kids by all these dudes, that now she's going to get a husband. And it's not reality. It's not. A lot of our mothers live in fucking fantasy land. That's why they treat us the way they do. They treat us the way they do because they don't understand the reality of their own situation. They have hit the wall and they're sliding down it. A lot of them they hit the wall a while ago. A lot of them are on the goddamn floor. They done smashed up against the wall and now they're sliding and they have eventually hit the goddamn floor. That's why their goddamn titties is touching their goddamn navel. The thing is this. Your mom, or should I say our mothers, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man, and I know y'all probably don't want to hear this, man. Most of our mothers didn't want us, man. They didn't want us. That's just the reality, brothers and sisters. Your mother want you. She just didn't want you. She didn't. Now, of course, she's not going to tell you that. She's not going to tell you that she just went out there and fucked, slung old pussy, got just irresponsible as a motherfucker. Her and your irresponsible ass daddy laid around and fucked without no protection, and she had you, and her poor ass probably couldn't afford an abortion, because if she could, she probably would have did that. She probably would have killed you if she could afford it, but her ass was probably broke. So she had to say, oh, fuck it, go ahead and have you and get a check. But she'll never cop. She'll never cop to saying she didn't want you, man. She's never going to say that. Even if she didn't. She's never going to say, oh, you know, I just went out there, I fucked me and your old daddy. You know, we didn't know the meaning of birth control, contraception. You know, those words were foreign to us. And we was fucking, and you know, even though we know fucking will result in a pregnancy, unprotected, we did it anyway. And the next thing you know, here you come. So we just had to adjust. Nope. You really want to know? You want an experiment? Go to old mom and ask mom, hey mom, Why was I born? Why was I born? Why was I born? Why was I born? And this is what you'll get. Fucking silence. Because she doesn't know. She doesn't know why you were born, man. All she knows is she fucked somebody. She fucked your old daddy. And goddamn it, he didn't want her after that. And he bounced and disappeared and went somewhere else and married somebody else. And here you come. That's it. That's your answer. That's your answer. That's your answer. Now, you'll get that answer from me, but you're not getting it from your old mama. Because, see, mom is 50, 60, 70 now. So, mom has forgotten everything. Mom remembers nothing. Mom doesn't remember mistreating you, beating you. She doesn't remember Uncle Bob raping you. She doesn't remember her fucking boyfriends raping you. She doesn't remember you telling her about these motherfuckers coming in your bedroom every night. Nope. Mom remembers none of that. It's like it never happened. Because, see, mom's a different person now. Okay? Mom's different. See, back then, she was young and carefree and, you know, slanging her old funky pussy, doing everything, you know, living a fantasy life, you know, thinking she gonna marry a superstar, thinking she gonna marry an athlete, thinking she gonna marry some rich doctor, okay, you know, after she done had 5 of y'all by 5 different dudes. She's still living that dream. But see, now that she's 50, 60, 70 years old, reality has set in. Yeah, it sets in. Now mom is in church every Sunday. Praise the Lord. She's doing that now. Okay? But she's traded that fantasy shit that she had on her mind. It's been substituted with religion, Christianity. Yeah, it's been substituted. So see, now mom has filled that void. Okay? And the things she taught you, whether it was directly or indirectly, the things she taught you, the reason why she taught you that, but there's a pretty good chance her old black ass mama was the same as her. Your old mama was old hoe and a drunk, probably cause her mama was old hoe and a drunk. Because women of a feather flock together. You know, because mama was a hoeing stone. Wherever she gapped her legs was her home. And when she died, all she left you was alone to take out to bury her black ass. There you have it. Now I know you hear this kind of stuff and you're like, oh my God, X, why are you saying this stuff? Well, first of all, I'm saying it because this is Dark Exodus. This is Dark Exodus. But also, I'm saying it because it's true. And you people out there know what I'm talking about. I know there's some of you out there who probably have decent moms. You know, she did what she was supposed to do. She might even married your old black ass daddy. And he might have raised you and you're probably a solid person. There's even some of you out there who your old mama didn't marry your old black ass daddy. And she did whatever she could and took care of you and nurtured you and raised you and groomed you into somebody. But most of you out there raised by these old baby mamas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You remember mama breaking the fucking broomstick over your back. You remember mama putting cigarettes out on your damn hand. You remember mama freaking making you go to bed without eating, and you listen and hear her and her boyfriend eating the damn hot dogs that she claimed to have bought for you. You remember getting up in the middle of the night, seeing her old fucking jackass boyfriend standing in the kitchen eating your damn cereal. You remember those days. You remember. Of course you remember. You remember because it was happening to you. But mom doesn't remember. No, mom doesn't remember none of this shit. Yeah, she doesn't remember. You approach mom, she'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that happening. I don't remember you coming to me telling me about this guy coming in your room at night. I don't remember. No, she don't remember none of this shit. She don't remember putting the cigarettes out on your face. She don't remember breaking the goddamn mop handle across your arm. She don't remember freaking throwing shit at you, busting you in the back of the head. She don't remember not feeding you for 2 days. She don't remember leaving y'all home for a week. She doesn't remember any of that. She doesn't remember beating your ass because you called one of her damn boyfriends a different name because, see, she had so many guys coming in and out, you couldn't keep track. She doesn't remember that either, especially now if she's 50, 67. Oh, no. Old religious sanctified mom don't remember none of this shit. She don't remember that she fucked you up. She don't remember it. Why? Because she put all the onus on your father, even though your father wasn't there. Her ass was there. And that's who I'm talking to tonight. I'm talking to the people who was raised by just their old black ass mama. Because if your life is fucked up, it probably started out fucked up with her. By the shit she taught you and the shit she didn't teach you. Why? Because her fucking ass was selfish. She didn't give a fuck about you. She didn't give a fuck about your brothers and sisters. All she cared about was herself. Why you think she kept fucking and kept having y'all? Why you think she kept doing that? She kept doing that. 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 She kept doing that.
You put that crap down on your children. Them old mama.
Another.
The darkness continues. Open your minds.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your minds.